current clients that we have, just so we fill it in now. Doesn't matter what it is, just to work the basis off.
Okay, so current clients I have are online. Is Nicola is online. Spelt Nicola is in the real Coca-Cola.
Just need numbers.
Properly, she did me for that. She's like the real thing. I was like, I will make a point of that. So yeah, Wonder Woman Challenge at the moment. I've got Julie, Mel, and Laurie.
Yeah, cool.
Actual PT clients, Karen doing 4 sessions a week, Steve doing 2, Peter does 1, Lisa does 1, a couple that I train do 1, and Dave does 6.
So that's 10 clients. Was that my math right?
Yeah, about that at the moment. Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. All right. New clients, technically because of the Wonder Woman Challenge. How many this week?
3.
Cool. Social media funnel. How many leads have you got through your ebook?
I have. Let me just check. I now have subscriber-wise.
Just for this week.
Added this week is added in the past 7 days. 49 in the last 7 days.
Beautiful. Okay. Leads total. So you had, so Wonder Woman Challenge. You had how many people? So 3, right?
3. Yeah.
Any more leads in terms of conversations you've had, anything like that?
In regards to the Wonder Woman Challenge,
Just in general.
Oh, sorry, I got one more client. Sorry, I got Billy who's doing my app. So he started last week. Just forgot about that. Maybe 1. It's a woman that did the Wonder Woman Challenge last time. She's in an hour about it, but we talk a lot, so there'll be an easy way to get her and make her decide by Sunday. But she shared it to her sister, who needs to get her butt in gear, so that's technically another lead as well.
Cool. So 2. Perfect. In terms of, it says on our sheet calls answered, but technically out of all the people you talk to from the 49 to the 2, how many, and you've got the 3 people coming through the Wonder Woman Challenge, how many people effectively answered your messages this week?
In what sense? Because I speak to my old client base quite a lot anyway, so I'm in contact with them, but they're not necessarily, they are leads, but they're not kind of in regards to anything. If that's the case, it would only be the 3, possibly 4 for the Wonder Woman Challenge at the moment, because I'm not really getting any hit back from the emails. So
that's all right. That's cool. So in terms of consults booked, so that's pretty much you talk to those people, they signed up pretty much immediately after you talked up to them?
Yeah.
Cool. So
pretty much. I offered it to them because they're all people that have done it before, and one's an old client, so they were hot leads anyway, and I offered it to them. They're like, yeah, I need to get myself back in gear. So
all right, cool. And then new clients, we had 3, not 43. That's going to come 3. Beautiful. Okay, cool. So this is what it's going to look like on your end. It's share. Cool. All right. So it's this is pretty much what it's going to look like. So we're going to have the date of our call. We're going to pretty much you're going to do this before our call. So effectively before Thursday, or before your time. You put your current clients. Doesn't matter about these 2 things because they're variables. Social media funnel, which is just the ads that you're running. Leads total, that the leads come from either the social media funnel or your conversations in general. Called answers is just pretty much from those leads, how many people answered your call or answered your message, which effectively is 4. Consults booked because you had the 3 people that you turned into. You had consults showed up, you had consults followed up. So it's effectively the system that the script does for the consults, but you can mimic it to conversations had, whatever, you just put them in there. 3 clients, and then it breaks it down. So out of all the people you messaged, 100% of people answered, 75 people went through that system because obviously we've got 3 instead of the 4. There's variables, you could say it's 4. Consult show, consults booked, new clients, 75%. So 75% of the people you talk to, close, sign up. So this is where it becomes very, very like you might have a bad weekend or you might have a bad day, which is fair. Come back to this and then look at that number.
Yeah.
And then you say, okay, well, next week, as long as I do the same thing will happen.
Yeah.
Because it's impossible for that not to happen. It's just it's our thinking, and you'll know this more than most. It's just our thinking of the way of, maybe it won't happen this time, or maybe it'll go differently this time, or X, Y, and Z, right? But actually, you've got a 75% close rate. So anyone you talk to, you've got 75% chance of closing them, as long as you follow those parameters. So the goal next week, which will be the following week, so you just put the date in there, put your current clients, do that sort of thing through there, and then from there, you just fill that in before our call.
Okay.
Cool. And then that's what we start with now. Now that we've got our kind of head across social media, now we've got our head across the challenges, now we've got the head across the webinars, we're bringing in more stats, because stats are the way forward to make sure you're not just turning up for the sake of turning up, but you're actually saying, where do we need to improve on? Because technically we can go down here and say, well, our consults this week need to be looked at, because you're closing everything. We just have to have 100%. Imagine, our goal is to get 100% of all of this.
Yeah.
Right, and you're still at 75%, so you're still the highest this week. So out of everyone that we track, so you can look at that stat and say, well, that's a fair shift for a week, right? What would we do differently next week? And that's what we can break down today. It's like, how do we get 6 new people? How do we get 100% of the people that we talk to, give or take? The only reason that is because we've got 4 leads. Give or take, because of that person that your sister's friend, technically that's a lead, right? So it's actually not your doing, but we just have to be critical and say, well, maybe we then personally follow up that person, or, there's things that we can talk about and things that we can go through just to make sure those systems are there. Yeah. But that's the system for us. So what I'll do is I'll share that link on thing now. Change, copy. Stop sharing. This is just going to be the messenger part of Zoom.
Yeah.
So you just save that. If you forget it, don't worry. It's no big deal. So yeah, just make sure that's done before our call. Then we go through it like the start of every single call. That's what we're going to start with, regardless if nothing's changed. That's a talking point and that's a conversation point. And we say, cool, like what's happening? Why do we need to do this? But it also gives you such more of a clarification of actually how good you're doing each week. Like, yes, you're doing good. I know you're doing good, but the numbers don't lie. 75%.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because it came up the other day. Someone was saying about reporting being the most important part, which obviously it is. And in my head, I was going, I wouldn't even know where to begin reporting. Like, this is the sort of stuff that I struggle with, because I'm like, I don't, what even is reporting? So this is good that I've got this.
The most important part of people, what they don't do in business, because they try and fluff around and people will show you the fucking shitty ropes, is this part. Is this the most valuable part of the whole entire spreadsheet?
Yeah.
Because it just gives you a breakdown. So you can go to yourself, like obviously when you're expanding and when you're growing, you can say to yourself, okay, I've got 50 social media funnels. If I've got, obviously you would want to try and convert more, and this is different because we can change the marketing now. And that's what we're going to go over today, because I have a feeling we can probably get rid of the way that we're doing things and change things up again. Because we've got those audiences. But ideally, the idea is that the social media funnel then leads into the leads total. And then obviously then it leads into the consults booked. And then obviously calls booked. Those 2 things change around. But and then it just shows you the percentages. So you could have a massive, and this is where our business for coaching, and we have VAs and stuff ring people, is the massive leakage of most businesses is actually when you get a consults booked and people showing is the lowest rate. Like you have, for instance, my stats for both my companies, we're sitting at like a 60% show rate.
Yeah.
But it means that I can then forecast and say, okay, well, this is what we want to do for ads this week or this month or this year. And then I can bring people in and say, this is the stats that we need to do. So realistically, we don't move unless we don't have sheets. Like I don't know how people do it. I don't know why people don't do it. I don't know why people don't get told more about this. It's just crazy to me that people, even like when you do courses, like PT courses, they never tell you about this stuff.
I think what they do, they sort of half mention, so you need to track your progress, but they won't show you how to do it. They won't even give you a template that you can just run on and go, okay, that makes sense. So you go, oh yeah, I'll just write it down on a scrap of paper and leave it in a folder. And that's is about as far as it gets half the time. Some people are more into it because they've done marketing and business and they get it. But the two don't very rarely coincide. And usually if you're
Yep.
a marketer, you're a crap PT because you don't understand how to actually train people. You just know how to sell. And then
Yep.
if you're a PT, you're usually a crap marketer because you do the training and not the selling. So
Yep. No, that's cool. Okay, so let's dive into the next stage, which is ads. So let's go into there and see what we can do with those now. Because I genuinely think we could probably get around now, audience-wise, to even just dabble in a little bit of lead forms into let's like consults and stuff like that. So let's see if we
yeah,
can.
I think that's what I need because at the
we
moment
can
it's
start.
not.
We can start doing app trials and stuff like that now.
Yeah, it's like trying to get unicorn shit at the moment, trying to get phone calls out of these leads. It's not there.
It's all right. That's what we can do now. All right. So share. Oh, gotta make you host, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Give me the power.
Oh, I want to share. But you won't let me. Right. That is the sheet. No, don't be so tiny. Right. So overall, just to give you an idea of today, this is how many active subscribers I have.
Beautiful. 5 today. No unsubscribes. Fucking A.
And for the last 2 days, to be fair, 3 days, 2 days, I've been spamming Wonder Woman Challenge. So nobody's got sick of it yet, but my open rate's absolutely shocking. It's gotten better since I put the links in without the buttons, but it's, yeah, I don't know. But then I don't expect anything because they're cold leads anyway. So I'm not really, that worried about it.
Yep.
Right. Where do you need me to
go? So your Facebook ads. Because effectively what we're going to do now is we know that this funnel is working. We don't need to do it anymore. What we want to do is make sure these cold audiences, technically, yeah. So these are audiences just from your ebook, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, these have been, the lookalikes from the original.
And how much are we spending again? Remind me.
This is not really doing much. So, yeah, it's about 74p an ad.
So, like total budget, though? What's the total budget?
It's £5 a day.
Cool. Okay, sweet. So, what we want to do is we don't necessarily need these anymore. So, you can probably turn all of those off. And then, so go to, no, don't do that because it's just going to take too long. Go to the campaign level and just turn the whole campaign off. So the top bar, top, yeah. Click onto there, perfect. And then just click off and then click off that one, perfect. Okay, so you want to start a new one. So you've got a Zapier account yet or no?
Not yet, no.
Okay, so the idea is that what we want to do is we want them to, and this is where it's going to get tricky. I'm trying to figure out how to do it because I don't know if you can necessarily do it. Yes, you can. Okay, you can do lead form. Lead form to Zapier. Trainerize. Yeah, okay. So go to Zapier for me. Sorry, I was trying to fucking do an equation in my head. If you can go to Zapier for me, we need to make an account for you.
Zapier. Google, I guess.
Whatever one you want to use.
Yeah, I'll do. Google verifies. My role is
legal professional.
I hate how it says fitness coach. Like, sir, I am more than a fitness coach. How dare you?
Do not stereotype me, you motherfucker.
Yeah. You box me.
Right. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're doing all of the ones you're using as well. Yeah, that should be fine. That's fine. Just go finish that up.
Is Aweber on there?
We're not going to use Aweber, but you probably will be.
All right, then.
I'm going to try and get away from Aweber because it's not going to work. All right, so you want to go to Zaps, left-hand corner, left side. Yep, go to Zaps. Then you want to go make a new Zap. Cool, and then you want to go into, if you want to go Facebook form. Actually, you're probably going to need to create a Facebook form first. It's a premium, so you're probably going to have to pay for it, though. That's the issue.
Well, it was going to have to happen at some point anyway, wasn't it? So
go show. Just type in the top Facebook. What the fuck is wrong? Just go Facebook. Yeah, Facebook leads ads. So you're going to have to go back to ads manager now anyway, because we have to create a Facebook form. But I just wanted to make sure you're on Zapier as well. Cool. Okay, so you want to go create new campaign. Yep. You want to go to lead generation. Cool. So you do the exact same breakdown as what you did before. So remember, I'm going to just let you do it to see if you can remember it. And I'll.
Name would be what is this now? What are we doing?
So it's just a 14-day trial, CBO. Cool. So you want to make that £5, not £100?
Yeah. Whew. Negative. I believe that's everything I need. Need to move that out the way because I can't see anything.
Well, CBO was on. Can you go back to the 14-day trial one just to make sure the CBO was on? Yep, cool. All right, so got a new ad set level. And you're just going to hate this because it's going to be the wording of everything. All right, so you need to go down. So you're going to go use your audience, so your lookalike audience. So you're going to do whatever one you want to start with first. Probably going to go the Super LLA would be the easiest one because that's got everything in it. So the one above
this one,
that, no, the other one. Yep, that one. Perfect. Because that's a lookalike, and then you just want to delete the United Kingdom. Cool. Perfect. And then you want to go down, scroll down. And that should be everything. That's fine. Perfect. Okay, and then go to new ad level. And then this is where you want to create your images and stuff like that. So you're going to have to find an image for an app. You can pretty much just find a free stock photo for that. It doesn't really matter.
would that be on their ones? Can I do that, or
you can use the stuff that Trainerize give you, or you can just go to Add Media, do whatever you want to do.
yeah, right. I think it's add-ons. No. Need that in a minute, obviously. Branding and logo. Here we go. Where would I get it from?
Social media, probably, I'd say.
Okay.
Oh, no. Marketing material, bottom of that, all the way down. Yep. And then scroll down, you can use any of those. So there's printable flyers, there's mobile screenshots. Say any of those banners would work well.
Just absolutely trapped a nerve in the back of my shoulder today, which is not ideal.
Not ideal.
Not for anything, really. It's twinged ages ago when I was moving a trolley in a supermarket, of all things. Just reached over to grab it, and this huge twing, and I was like, great, that's going to go at some point. Did a back workout today, and it was like, no, you don't get to do that today. I was like, oh, cheers, thanks for coming. It's appreciated.
Yeah, I just ordered a whole lot of stuff to put in a gym garage because I can't be bothered going back to the gym.
Yeah, see, if I had a garage, I'd do that.
Saves me time. Plus, I don't have to put up with peasants.
Peasants.
And I can let Luna run around. That's the main objective.
That'd be the one, right? Right.
So then
so
go back to your ads once that's downloaded.
Yeah, it is. So I can go to there.
Cool. And then just go down to where it says media. Go add media.
Add media.
Mm-hmm.
Add image. Upload some random pictures of me there for some reason. With my incredibly long hair that I don't really think you got to
I didn't
appreciate.
I didn't get to experience that.
No, you did not. The wonders that it was. Okay, where are you? Why are you not where I need you to be? You should be in downloads. Yeah, so are you not? Right. You can go to there. Do that.
And then you grab the other one as well because you can do them side by side.
The other picture.
Because did you download both of them? Or did you just download that one?
There we go. Let's just check it is that one. Two pictures. No, what's going on here? Asshole.
It literally hasn't stopped raining for like 4 days.
Gonna wash away. Did you see that thing I tagged you in that New Zealand actually used to be like a supercontinent?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. I'll have to add them both in, I guess, won't I? Are we doing another one?
No. So this is just the first. This is the first ad set. So the second ad set, the second ad image will be the second image. So the text now is your primary text, your headline, your description. So similar to what we were talking about last time. Just be cautious of what you use.
Yeah. See, this is where I have the trouble. It's like, wouldn't even know what to call it or where to start.
My goal, you think about it when you write ad copy, it's like you're trying to imagine what the consumer wants to hear rather than what you want to write. So, what's the primary example of why this app is different? What's the length of time that they're doing? What's, the benefits of doing things, but also being cautious of your ability to then not get flagged.
Yeah, which is apparently my biggest issue. I don't know. I mean, it's new to me. Like, the app to me is no different than me training people online, I guess. It's just supportive. It's got everything you're going to need with it, and it keeps evolving as it goes through. It's not just you get the app and that's it. It's going to keep, you get more meal sheets, you get new workouts, you have communication and stuff. So this is the biggest bit I struggle with, is the writing of the copy. Like, if someone asks me what the app is, if I'm going to talk about it, that's fine. But actual writing it is,
yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I really right now just want to write the copy for you. But the problem is, if I do that, you're not going to learn anything. It's just going to be fed to you. So I want to break it down for you so that you can come up with it, so that you can just build your expertise around it. So, you look at, and this would be an example of, let's say, the hook story offer that you probably know about, listen to the audiobook.
yeah.
The reason why, I can sell a $9.99 ebook and then make $50 off it.
Yeah.
Because you're giving someone the ability to realize that this fucking PDF is going to be worth their time and money, to then allow them to realize that they're willing to spend anything in the entire world. So the reason why Alex is accelerating at the speed she is with the signups and stuff like that is because we've fine-tuned not only the audiences, but the way that the audience allows us to fix their pain and issues, right? So if you think about it, hook, story, offer, primary text. The headline is like, if you've watched any good paid advertising, like for instance, okay, I'm going to give you an example. It'll be easier if I just show you. And I'm just going to show Alex's one because, and this is where, early days, before we put all the infrastructure into what we did, was allowing them to, you can go to any ad account, Russell Brunson, Grant Cardone, like this is the benefit of page transparency now, is that you can literally go to people's ads library and copy their ads if they need to, right? So like for instance, the ad copy that, so I need to claim back host. Share screen. So this is Alex's ads, right? So discover how Savvy Woman uses breakthrough 14-day trial AJK app to have all your workouts and nutrition done for you without overpaid gym memberships and personal trainers. Simple photo of her, have all your workouts and nutrition done for you with the AJK app for your all your money back. So we're saying it's a 14-day trial. We're saying you can get your money back. We're saying all the things that you want to say, and we're using 2 simple photos.
Yeah.
One that's not even her programming home, because obviously we're doing it at home, and then I just grabbed a photo of what she's using, which, I mean, you could even use a better photo because it's actually not even optimized, but it's probably one of the heaviest that we're using. And we just did the same text. Like I said, it's always about split testing and finding out which ones are the best as well, and there's obviously 3 variations of each one. Discover how Savvy Woman, obviously we're specializing that it's only women that we want to work with, men fuck off, right? Uses 14-day breakthrough trial, which we're saying it's a 14-day trial. Have all your workouts and nutrition done for you without overpriced gym memberships and personal trainers.
Yeah.
Right. So none of it got flagged. None of it's getting flagged. None of it's stopping. And from that point of view, it's allowing them to see, that we're looking for, and we're comparing them to overpriced gym memberships and personal trainers.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like hook, story, offer, right? The hook is discover how Savvy Woman uses breakthrough 14-day trial. Story, have all your workouts and nutrition done for you. Offer, 14-day trial for overpriced gym memberships and personal trainers. So we're comparing everything that's currently happening in the world, because we know that the biggest audiences that we're talking about is Australia, New Zealand, and UK, right? And this is why she's getting people from New Zealand, because there's overpriced and shitty personal trainers. When you look at from the copy and the writing from the point of view, even when we say the description, struggling with overpriced gym memberships and personal trainers creating healthy habits, try this 14-day trial. So think about all of the pain points that you're trying to fix. And then when you're looking at the way you write it, you say, similar to even what she's saying, it's like, it's the same issues, but you'll have a different spin on it because your app is probably completely different to what Alex's one is, in the way in which you do and the way that you coach. So don't overcomplicate the process. It's just literally writing words that uniquely resonate with the people that you want on the app. And this is why she's seeing such a different change compared to what we were doing before. We needed to build the audience similar to what you're building now, to have the lookalikes and powerful enough to be able to do it. Now that we're getting people that are signing up, we then create a lookalike audience based on all of the people that they're actually signing up.
Yeah.
Right. So you're looking at it from that point of view, and you say, there is no wrong or right way of writing copy, by the way. Right. It's easy for me to show you that. And it's like, fuck, how the fuck am I supposed to write that? But remember how long I've been doing it for. Plus, this is what we do for a living. Right. So it's allowing yourself to go through and say, whatever you write is going to be great. It's just allowing yourself to have the clarity of saying hook, story, offer.
Yeah.
And yes, you may get flagged. And yes, it may not do well the first or second time. But it's allowing yourself to come up with that copy and that ability to write, because otherwise if we did it, if we showed you, go to Grant Cardone's page, go to Gary Vee's page, go to Russell Brunson's page and copy their ads, their copy. Like, they're not going to see anything. They're not going to see your ads, right? And then use the framework of what they're doing, put in your words, and then there you go. You've got an ad. And then start learning in the background. Don't overcomplicate the process, and definitely don't stall, right? There's no point trying to figure out, this doesn't sound right, because you're always going to think your ads are shit. Not you, not you personally, just in general. And this is why it's really hard to have bias or stand away from that bias, because of the fact that, your system, you're overcomplicating things, and you overthink things, and this is going to work, or this is going to work, or this is not going to work, and all these other things as well.
I've got something started. Can I share it?
No. I just need to make you host again.
I need the power back. Keep passing this baton. Just got to finish off about trainers, really, wouldn't it? Yeah. What do you think? Yes, no, maybe?
Yeah, it sounds good. Really, really good.
Yeah, I just wanted to add the well-being in, because it is more than that. It's funny, me and Alex were talking about this today, how she's making all these bits and pieces up. I said, that's why I paid for it. I was like, I just pay for the meal plans and the resources, and I just brand it and send it off. And she's like, this is kind of my thing. I said, for me, it's the other side of it. I'm not worried about coaching people through nutrition, because the people I get through are just looking how to eat a little bit better, but mainly fix other stuff. So you're right. It's like what we're actually offering is completely different, but it complements one another as well. Like, we've already started talking about like referring clients to one another. Like, when we get back in, I start doing powerlifters, I'm like, well, if you want nutrition, you need to talk to Alex. And she's like, if she's got people that've got, mental health issues, she can switch them over to me. So kind of works. Okay, so headline. Where's the headline going to turn up?
Olivia,
Um,
can you turn the sound down, please?
Where does the headline turn up on this?
So the headline is where it says fb.me.
Okay. So I guess it would just be the would that be where we just call it the VS Complete Fitness app, or would we want it to be a little bit more punchy than that?
So you want to have the headline be something that's like, it's definitely the hook, right? It's like people's eyes go from bottom to top, not top to bottom. So it's kind of like, have some emojis in there, have some, something like a celebration, something, something that you can just come up with, but it's also the one that gets flagged the most.
Yeah.
So, technically it literally can be anything. So what do you think a good, what could be a good, what do you think is going to be something? What's the first thing that came to your mind?
I think I want to. It's that whole like it's the finding of the app. I think that's the hook, isn't it? It's like it's finally coming across something that's gonna help. It's just wording it. The trouble is, I'm really good with words and vocabulary language. It's just putting it down first. If somebody else gave me their copy, I could probably make it sound better. But writing my own's a bit. Ugh.
You could say 14 days to freedom. You could say 14. Play on the word 14. I would say would be cool. It would be a good start. But yeah, we'll see if it gets flagged though. We're just gonna have to play with it.
You can't use the word change, can you?
No, can't guarantee anything.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, perfect. I'm 14 days to. You could say 14 days and find fitness freedom, because if you say 14 days to find fitness freedom, it's going to say it's guaranteeing 14 days. Yeah, maybe. And then maybe put an emoji or something at the end of it.
How would I add that in? Because I do not know the codes for emojis.
No idea actually, because we just have an emoji board on our thing, so don't worry about it then. That's fine. Okay, cool. And then description, don't have to add one. That's fine. And then just go sign up. Yep. And then what you want to do is go down, create lead form.
What would it be? What we're looking for? Headline text would just be
Probably be the same as what the headline was before.
Do you need a paragraph or not?
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Questions, just need name and email. I'm pretty sure that's all you need for the Trainerize. That's cool. And then privacy policy, just link that back to your email, your website or whatever, Facebook page.
No, it's not the text. You want it in the URL. I want it there, don't I? And thank you screen. And I guess it's again back to the group, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
So then, so your, that should be a website. That should be fine. Yeah. So you just send it to the group. That's cool. Done. Go finish for me. Sorry. Yep. And then just go finish. You might have to have okay. So just do description. Just copy the description based on your ad copy. So whatever the same ad copy was. Just say get your free 14 days trial by filling your information out below. and just say the same thing below. Just enter your name and email to get the link sent to you.
Oh, damn it. Do we want to put them in the email list and tell them they're going to be on the email list as well?
No, it's fine.
No.
Cool. And then just go save and finish. Cool. And then you just want to go duplicate. So where it says new, add those 3 dots. Left hand side where it says new add. Top left. Yep. And then just go duplicate. And you go duplicate. Yep. And then the only thing you want to do now is change the image.
Okay.
Everything else stays the same. And then before you go publish, just go back to Zapier and connect the. Yep. Change image. Change it to the other one. Perfect. Yep. Perfect. Cool. Okay. And then before you go publish, go up to Zapier. Yep. Cool. And then you just want to go Facebook lead ads. Perfect. Yep. So that's fine. Yep. Cool. Then you want to go new ads. Yeah. Cool. Click on that for me. Yeah. And then go continue. Sign into Facebook lead ads.
It's kind of scary, isn't it? How you can technically log into everything with Facebook now. Like you don't even have to put your details anymore because it's like Facebook's got it for you.
Well, that's why lead ads do so well for people that don't have those things set up. Because literally, like, you can't have a Facebook account without having a name and email.
Yeah.
So it's the perfect formula for people. We get really, really good results. So go continue. Cool. And then go to form. So choose value, sorry. Yep, cool. And then just go, yep, that one. And then go choose form. There should be the one that's there, whatever form that was, whatever title that form was on the Facebook ad. So what form is that? It's the one that's the 1st to the 7th, I'm pretty sure. Be that one. Yep, cool. Click on that one. Continue. Go test trigger. Cool, done. Go continue. Now you want to go type in Trainerize. Cool, go to Trainerize. Go create new client. Go continue. Go sign into Trainerize. What's the fucking crazy thing is that, we have over 1,000 triggers a week on this account, on our account for Zapier, and it's like it's so effortless that it's like, what the fuck? That's the craziest thing to me, that people can just automatically. So then when you just go into email, where it says required, yep, email. Go find the email, yep, test.fb.com.
What, this one?
Mm-hmm. Yep, and then go first name, which is just going to be a full name at this point. So just go full name, and then that's fine. And then go down, and then don't have to do last name because you've already done full name. And then go client status, just go active. Go to everything else, that's fine, scroll down. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. So then this is where you want to do. So you want to assign it to you as the trainer. Go, yep, cool. And then you can put them into a group if you want to, but it's more importantly program ID. So go to program ID. And this is where you click the 14-day trial.
I'll have to make it up first, wouldn't I?
Yeah, but for the sake of doing this now, you can go back and do that later. You can just change the trigger, whatever program you want to put them into.
That one. Because I mean, they're never going to get through it. That's what I was saying beforehand. Like that'd be the good one to go because it can cover everybody, no matter where they come in.
So then change that from next Monday to last Monday. So program start date. So we're top left where it says program start date. Yeah. And then just go last Monday. Perfect. And then that's it. Go continue. Go test and continue. And you should get a notification on your phone. I heard something, so that's probably...
It's ready now. Turn it on.
Yeah. And you should get a notification technically on Trainerize. Go to clients.
Yeah.
Your client from Zapier. Yep. Done. That's all you have to do. So then just go publish that ad. And then you are good to go, my friend.
Hoorah.
So now it's just about testing audiences and seeing where those trigger. Like we tested our ebook new audiences and it took 2 days to get, a sale of $78. So we just have to find those numbers and see how they go. But they should be fine.
Yeah.
Cool. So you just have to let that get reviewed, get it published. Once it's published, it's about doing stats. But now it's just about doing those tracking sheets that I just sent you the link for, going over these ads, and then hopefully those people are going to then start signing up for the 14-day trial.
Nice.
Cool.
So when they sign up, they're just putting their name and email address in. What do I do? Do they just go straight into the free trial and then?
So they go into the free trial, and then you can create let's say, messaging sequence that you could do on Trainerize if you want to, with all the payment systems and all that side of things. And then from there, it's just about getting touch points with them. Like we said, about 13 touch points, or 9 to 13. And then just allowing them to have that freedom of doing the workouts, and then realizing that it's going to stop. So this is where they pay. This is where they sign up to a new program. This is where they get you as a coach. Do whatever you need to do.
Okay. So let me just write this down just so I know what I've got to do for tomorrow, because that'll be the main thing. I had a pen and now I don't, like everything else that's fudged up today. So I'll write it on the board. So I have the board. Right. So what is it?
So you need to do a messenger sequence to go through the 14 days. And these messenger sequences are just touch points to allow them to either sign up to a new program, have a consult with you, and see how they're going. So obviously it progressively gets stronger and stronger towards buying a program or booking with you as they get deeper into the program.
Yeah. And that'll be free Trainerize. When I go into Trainerize, just while I've got you quickly. Right. So what they would do is I can edit them in there, and I can put them into, I can create a group and put them into it. And
or you can just go to that 12-week program and have, you can have your program have messengers built into the calendar.
Oh, okay.
So if you go to that program that you've made, the beginner 12-week, yep. And if you go down to calendar.
Yeah. Yep.
Then in each day you can click on one of those days. So if you, let's say, the Tuesday, the 2nd, and then you can say auto message. So you can have automated messages as they go.
Okay.
And this is where you would have the Trainerize pay and all this other stuff included.
Yeah. So, I suppose it just counts as when it starts, does it? So, because obviously it just says auto message for day 2. It will obviously, no matter when they start.
No matter when they start, yeah. So day 1 will be exactly when they do it. Day 2 will be day 2.
Day 1's always Monday, isn't it? So day 2 will always be.
Yep.
Okay, I thought it was just happened to do with the actual date, but it's not. That's
No, it's
that's
just
not even
it's just
what
the
I
week 1, week 2, week 3.
Okie dokie. Yeah, that's fine. So
Cool.
what would you say 9 to 13? Yeah.
Yeah, about those touch points, and then having those not straight away, but as they get progressively into the workouts, then have them say, hey, like your program's running out. Obviously, probably change the name of 12 weeks to 14 days, just because if they see 12-week program, they're going to be like, what? I signed up for a 14-day trial. So just make sure those are changed, and then even if you want to come up with a 14-day trial, then change it in Zapier later on, and then just have those systems in there so that they can get the messages and then also pay. Like most of Alex's ones, just pay and sign up for you, or at least message back and book into a call.
Yeah, so I can go into, and then it would be.
So you just go customize client, go down to then program ID.
Yeah, so that's
and
what
then
I
just change
changed.
that. Yeah, perfect.
That's fine. I can make a beginner program for that.
Cool.
Yes. Okay. Yeah,
Perfect.
I can get that done. So
Awesome.
And touch points. No, 30 messages. Cool. Yeah, done. That's tomorrow's day plan then. That's what I'll get done.
Perfect, my friend.
Nice.
Awesome, man. Anything else?
No, that was pretty much where I was going with it. Obviously, we've built up, lookalike audiences now, and I was going to say like it's now a point of really working with the leads I've got, because I'm just making more leads and it's not really going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this will be the new thing, so I can do some pretty good messages and stuff. Like 13 is basically one a day, so if it's one a day, leave it on the weekend, give them a break, and then jump back and go 4 days beforehand and say 4 days to your trial ends, how are you finding things, blah 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 stuff.
Yep.
So it's basically like messaging them without messaging them, isn't it? And if they reply, great, it means I'm getting interaction. So
Perfect. Yeah, exactly.
cool.
Awesome. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Well, if anything comes up between now and then, let me know. Let me know how the ads go as well.
Yeah.